Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be doing an updated how to contour and highlight video. So let's jump right into it. 90% of the time I mix match my product, so I'm not gonna do one whole brand. We're gonna do what I normally do and go on from there. The first product that I'm gonna be talking about is this NYX primer. I got this with a little bundle with some translucent powder and some settings powder. When you apply primer, you literally only want to use a little bit. I usually start at my T-zone area where my pores are, and then I just blend it out. A foundation that I have absolutely been loving, and you guys, if you've seen my videos, you know this already, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. I'm in the shade Amber. Lately, I have absolutely been loving mixing my stick foundation with my Maybelline Fit Me 322 foundation. That's in the shade that I am. I'm gonna grab my Real Technique sponge. We're just gonna go ahead and apply it and blend it out. Oh, this eyebrow is looking like she crazy. So once you have your primer and your foundation, you want to go ahead and highlight your face. The reason you want to highlight is because highlighting creates an illusion of your face coming inwards like this, making it look slimmer. It also helps the viewer or the person looking at you focus on specific parts of your face which stand out a little bit more. So I typically like to highlight underneath my eyes, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, a little on my nose. And when you are using a highlight, you do want to make sure it's 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone. And it's super easy to be like, oh, this shade is gonna match me perfectly. It's like 5 shades to 10 shades lighter than me. Girl, no. You are gonna look like there is something real wrong with you, and it's not gonna look pretty. I do like to keep it pretty tight around my nose area right here. Just a little bit. You want to gently tap on your skin. You don't want to go in too harsh because you don't want this sponge to pick up any extra product. This side is blended all the way up and you can't tell where it stops or where it begins, versus this side, it's only blended to right here toward the end of my eye, and you can see the difference in color. That is what you don't want. You want to make sure you bring it all the way up and blend it out. To contour, I'm going to be using this LA Pro concealer, and the LA Pro concealers are very thick, a very full coverage. For a contour, you do want to go ahead, same thing, 2 to 3 shades darker than your foundation. What you're going to want to do is kind of smile. My smile lines are usually right here. If I smile all the way, and I'm going to go from here all the way up to the ear. For the chin, I don't like to go crazy. For my forehead, I say I have a pretty small forehead. If you do have a bit of a bigger forehead, go ahead and contour it more. But I usually just do a little bit on the corners. The purpose of contour is to create shadows in your face, to make it look like it's thinner, smaller. The brightness, which is the concealer, is going to bring it out this way. But the contour is going to give it the shadows to make its shape. That makes sense. This concealer sets pretty quick, so we're going to go ahead and blend it out. What I'm doing, I'm just blending it in an upward direction, and you're just going to blend it until you no longer see any product. The nose contour can get super messy really quick, so I definitely don't recommend using super dark shades for your nose. The reason being is because, at least my nose, if I do apply any gray tones or any super orangey tones, they tend to look very muddy, and a lot of my contours have more of a cool undertone, gray tone underneath. With orange and our darker skin tone, it doesn't necessarily mix well. We don't want to look like little Oompa Loompas. I like to use the NYX Wonder Stick, and it comes with the contour and a highlight. It gives me just a little bit of shade, nothing too crazy. and I'm just gonna go ahead and follow the bridge of my nose on both sides. As you can see, that is it. It almost like isn't visible at all. Then I have this little Real Technique sponge, and I don't usually wet this guy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend everything out. And to set my whole face, I love to use the air spun. I've been making sure I tap it in very, very good, and then any excess product goes away with the brush. I have been loving the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. This one is the medium to tan kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix with these three together. Wherever your contour was, which you should have a little bit of a shade already, you're going to go ahead and contour going like this in circular motions, upward direction. You don't want to go down because you don't want the base of the product to be underneath here, because it will look very thick and muddy, and that is no. After that, what you're going to want to do is just grab a little bit of translucent powder, and you're going to start from your lip all the way up and just kind of clean that to give it more of a sharp effect. After that comes highlighting with an actual highlighter. We're gonna go ahead and highlight. I picked up the Whisper of Guilt by MAC. This is their holiday collection. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this highlighter, and I'm gonna go ahead and just highlight on my cheekbone, a little on my nose, Cupid's bow, and above the eyebrow, just to give it a budding boom effect. Oh, and the brush that I am using is the M501 by Morphe. The last step to face product is going to be blush, and this is the Ulta Beauty Matte for Mauve palette. For blush, I only like to really keep it on the apples of my cheek. So again, you want to go ahead and smile, start at the apple of the cheek, and then go ahead and blend it up. The reason why you want to do blush at the very end is because you want to make sure your your highlight and your contour blend properly. You don't want to like a harsh line. So the blush really does kind of blend everything together and finish off the look very nicely, if I do so say myself. And then the last step is to do a setting spray. We're gonna go ahead and just use the Prep and Prime It. This isn't really a setting spray. This is more just kind of to put everything together, refresh your face. And that is it for the highlighting and contour video. I hope you guys liked it, loved it, hated it, whatever. Just enjoy it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't forget to leave them down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.